So this week I wanted to see how much I could really get done with half a yard of fabric without wasting much of it and with very little time to make anything for an event that I had that Saturday. So this is the real challenge, okay? In this video, I'm gonna show you what I made, what went wrong, and what I will never do again when it comes to materials and planning. I know it's a little long, but I am showing you the behind the scenes of what it took for that 1 week to finish these projects with half a yard of fabric. However, I want to say I ended up listing these products on my website and taking them down because I decided to launch them with an entire mini collection that I'm working on. So you will see them today. If you see this video within the next week or so, it's not going to be on my website. But if you see this video, I don't know, in a couple of weeks, 3 weeks, a month later, most likely it will be on my website, and I will link all of that in the description of this video. Okay, you guys, let's get started. So I have this fabric, this pretty purple fabric. It's not a lot of it. It's only half a yard. I bought this bundle that came in half a yard pieces. I don't know if I'll ever do that again because truly I cannot do a lot with only half a yard. Probably 3 things if I stretch the fabric. But so I'm going to use it. I'm going to make an open wide pouch, a keychain wallet with a wristlet, and I already cut the pieces for the wristlet. And maybe if I have enough material, either sunglass cases or a phone wallet. I'm not sure yet. That's one thing. Second, I purchased this batting and from Amazon, and it looked nice, right? Nice and fluffy, but it's not very good. It actually shrinks, like after you stitch it. It just, and it has no shape, and it leaves a lot of residue on my sewing machine and on the cutting table, everywhere. So look how much, it's like cotton candy. And so I'm not going to use it anymore. I'm going to finish using it, of course, and be done. But what I've had to do to make it work is I add another piece of fleece or some sort of batting on one side, and then so that when I stitch it under the sewing machine, it doesn't leave all this residue in my machine. And so it won't, because all of that will be in my machine when I'm done, and I don't want that. And then on the top here, because it, like I said, it's not great. I am going to add some spray, basting spray here, and then I use that on the back as well for that other interfacing. So let me get my basting spray now. So I went ahead and cut it in half and did the quilting. And I just realized that because I cut it in half, I'm actually not sure if I can do the sunglass cases, because those are usually along the, it's a whole piece unless I can just add a seam at the bottom. Anyway, I'll have to figure that out, but I'll cut all those after the fact because I want to quilt this piece now. This is really pretty as well. For the lining, I am going to use the waterproof canvas in khaki, and I have some ripstop in khaki, and I have this zipper that it's a little bit darker than the beige, and it's tan, that's the name of the color. And I really like how it looks against this purple and this one. So it's gonna be really pretty. I cut the fabric a little bit bigger than the final measurement because when you quilt it, it tends to shrink a little bit. With the quilting, it tends to kind of get smaller. You lose about 1/2 inch, depending on the type of quilting you do. If you do like just the lines, so it's maybe like 1/2 inch along the horizontally. But if you do like diagonal like that, you may shrink top and bottom. And it also depends on how close you do the lines. So if you do just one line and then like 1.5 inches another line, and so then you're not really it's not going to shrink a lot. But if you do, I don't know, 1/2 inch in between lines, or 3/4 inch, or anything under 1 inch, I guess, it will shrink. It will shrink a little bit, so you wanna have room for that. Okay, so that was a disaster. I have to say, this batting, I'm done with it. I am not gonna use it anymore. And it was just so difficult. I finally made it, okay? I have the pieces of fabric here quilted, but I'm gonna press them so that they can kind of don't look so wrinkly. And I'm hoping that, I mean, it doesn't look bad. It actually almost looks like a design, like a zigzag design, but it was no. That's all I'm gonna say. It was no. I don't know how I did this one the same way and it turned out way better than this one. So I am not gonna fight with that batting anymore. And I'm just gonna grab the other batting that I had already here. And this is like the regular batting that I bought at Michael's. I don't think this is the extra loft. I am not sure if this is the correct one. I think there's one that is a little more fluffy, but this is it. This is what I'm doing right now because I want to quilt the pieces with this fabric for the keychain wallet. Okay, so I'm gonna find the pieces that I cut for the keychain wallet with this fabric, and then I'm gonna quilt those because I'm trying to quilt everything first, right? That's the goal, and then cut the lining, which I haven't even started with that. I may not have these ready for tomorrow. I may not, but it is what it is. I have this, I think this is the piece for the keychain wallet. And I had cut another piece. I don't know, I have to look. It was enough to make a sunglass cases with this fabric. So I thought that was that would be cute. So I can make, with 1/2 yard, I can make an open wide pouch I can make a keychain wallet and a sunglass cases, and I will still have, oh, and the wristlet for the keychain wallet, and I will still have some fabric left. Or I can do 2 keychain wallets, an open wide, and the 2 wristlets for the 2 keychain wallets. So far, that's what I've been able to figure out that I can make with half a yard of fabric. But I think with the half a yard, I'm gonna see, because I think I will have leftover fabric out of this one, and with this one I only did the open wide, the keychain wallet, and I want to do a sunglass cases, and I'm gonna quilt all of it. So I'm gonna see, we're gonna compare what you can do with half a yard of fabric. So let me go ahead and find the other pieces, and yeah, I am going to now use the regular batting that I've used before so that I can finish quilting everything, and then I'm gonna start cutting the lining for real. Look, I was able to quilt the little piece for the keychain wallet with no problem. Look how nice that looks, and it was so easy. The fabric wasn't sliding. Nothing got stuck on my sewing machine, and it feels so soft. Let me finish the quilting. I'm gonna cut the other piece, quilt it, and then let's move on to the next step. So this worked out. I was able to cut out 2 pieces for 2 keychain wallets. Okay, let me put this on the table, right? Okay, so from the darker purple, so far I have 2 keychain wallets with the wristlet, and of course there's always the little pieces that you have to leave for the tabs and all of that, which I have plenty of little scraps. So once I finish all of it, I'll do like the final count and see how much fabric I really used and which one was better. Anyway, and then I have the 2 pieces for the open wide, and I decided to cut 1 piece for the sunglass cases. So I have sunglass cases, 2 keychain wallets, and an open wide. And then for the lighter purple, I have the open wide cut out. And I also have here a big piece of material that I haven't cut out yet, but it's all quilted. And this one, it's also quilted, that I am going to cut a keychain wallet because I have enough. I cut out the piece for the wristlet. So keychain wallet. So I'm just gonna cut that in half. And so for this though, I wanted to make a phone wallet, and I don't think I have enough for a phone wallet. So I can either do a sunglass case. I have enough for a sunglass case, or another keychain wallet. And I am kind of don't understand why I don't have enough material to make a keychain wallet and a sunglass case like I did with the darker purple, when it was the same amount of fabric. So something I did weird when I cut this, that it didn't work out. But I'm not done yet. We're still, quilting and cutting the fabrics. And then, I have to cut all of the linings. And the linings is quite a bit, especially for the keychain wallets. You need just a couple more pieces because of the pocket, etc. So I may do that tomorrow. I think I'm gonna stop for today. Maybe figure out if I have some more fabric somewhere. But other than that, we'll continue tomorrow. Consider liking this video and subscribing to this channel if you have learned something today. So we're gonna continue this week finishing up the open wide bags, keychain wallets in the glass case. So I cut all of the fabric already, including the linings. What I haven't cut yet are the zippers, so we're gonna do that now. And the little tabs, that I put right next to the zipper or for the D-ring, things like that. So I still have to cut those. That's pretty easy. I have plenty of scraps I can use for that. The next thing I have to do that I cannot forget to do, because I tend to forget, I don't know why, is to add my labels. So I keep my labels here, and I printed a bunch of labels recently because I changed my logo once again. But I think I'm stuck with this one. I really like this logo. But I still have some of the old logos, which I'm going to finish using. These labels are the ones that fold like this. So these are more for the keychain wallets. And I have the other labels that is just my logo. And those are going to be for the exterior of the bag, the open wide. And then I have my Psalms 34:5 verses that go inside in the lining. And I'm starting to run low on those, but I still have enough to make for today. So the first thing is I'm going to put these here and this here so that I don't forget. Put this away, get the desk organized a little bit. So for the sunglass case, I'm getting the foldable ones, and I'm just gonna put it right here like this so that I don't forget. And I'm putting also, I'm not stitching it yet, but I'm setting it aside. So that way when I take it out, when I'm getting ready to make it, the tag is kind of clipped to the lining and I won't forget to attach it, because I will forget. And so here I have the piece for the wristlet. This is the keychain wallet and the pieces for the lining. And I still have to cut the zipper, but the idea is to have everything ready, so when you start sewing you don't have to keep looking for things, you know what I mean? Which means I need to pull the swivel hooks and the D-rings as well, and cut the little tabs. So there's still work to be done, but we're gonna get it done hopefully between today and tomorrow. So here's the fabric for the wristlets. These are the keychain wallets, the linings for the keychain wallets, the glass or pencil cases, the flexi frame ones, and the lining. So I still need to cut the tabs for these where I add the flexi frame, the tabs for this where I add the D-ring, and for these I just need the 3 swivel hooks. Of course, need to cut the zipper for this and the open wide. And the open wide doesn't have a tab. Oh, it does have tabs for the zippers, the zipper ends. So I have to do that. So all of it is done. I cut the zippers and added the zipper pulls. And I have the little zipper tabs there with the open wide. And I'm just going to add now all the zipper tabs to the bags and make the wristlets too. So I have the little, tabs for each one of them. I'm gonna get the D-rings before I join these, but so I have the little tab and the zipper with the zipper pulls and everything ready. Well, almost ready, because I still have to get the D-rings, get the actual hardware, like the D-rings and the swivel hooks for these. When I stitch the tabs and I add the D-rings, I do the swivel, the wristlets as well. That way everything is done. I may have to stop and continue tomorrow, because my slotted time for sewing has ended, but I will show you. If I continue sewing later this afternoon, I'll show you. Okay, so it's Tuesday, and I have literally maybe 2 hours, no, not even, an hour and a half, somewhere in there, to kind of sew something. So now we're going to put them together. We're going to add the zipper and the back, because the front is here, zipper, back, lining, all of that. I may not have time to do all that this afternoon before I have to leave again. But this is how it is. When you have to work at another job and you have errands to run and things to do. So this is how it is. This morning I put an order in the mail for a standing case that I sold. And I actually did a little bit of inventory, which I still have to continue tomorrow. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started and continue at least adding the zippers to the front here of the keychain wallets. So I started by adding one side of the zipper to the exterior on that one. And I'm going to do the same for this one. And I always want to make sure my zippers, are in the same direction. I've done that where I put one zipper pull this way, and then when I finish, this is like this, closing and that way. You don't want that. So just look at your zipper direction here and make sure that it closes the same in the same direction than the other zipper. And I usually just, you know, place it like this with my hands, but it's because I've done this so much that, you know, practice makes perfect, right? That's what they say, or I don't know if perfect, but close to it. So all I have to do now, and a lot of times I use pins, obviously, but you know, before I used to have to use pins and double-sided tape and everything. But little by little, you know, you get, the more you do it, the more you practice, the better you get at it. This time I used a couple of clips because the material for the lining is a little bit soft. It's a little bit slippery. Okay. Let me do that with the other two. So I take this one and this one and this one and this one. Easy peasy. Done. So now I'm going to take the back sides of the pouches and pretty much do the exact same thing. Oh, okay. Before I forget, mental note, I have to add the tabs to this, and here they are. So I cannot forget. Actually, before I do that, I am going to add the tabs right now because I know me. And when I'm done with it, I'll be like, oh, I never added the tabs. And then I'll be so upset. And so no, we're gonna add the tabs right now. So now we're adding the last piece, which are all the linings with the tags. So let me trim these off. And I probably will have to leave very soon. So we may be able to finish these tomorrow. And hopefully I'll be able to do the open wide pouches too. So the whole goal is to have all these done by Friday. Pictures taken and added to the website and everything, because I have a vendor show Friday. Obviously I have more products, right? But I wanted to bring these, and you know, I have more product, but I need more product. I'm starting to run low on inventory. So these are the products that usually sell the most besides the scarf towels. Perfect. Okay. Next thing is to trim off all these extra excess material. You know, trim off. I don't trim off this. I don't trim off the zipper. Just the bottom, so that I can join them and finish them. But that may have to be done later or tomorrow. Let me check. I'll let you know. Today is Wednesday, and the goal is to take like 1 hour, hopefully. What time is it? It's already 12. So yeah, maybe 30 minutes to finish up the keychain wallets So I should be able to join these together and finish up the keychain wallets in the next 30 minutes because I have, I was working actually this morning on my sales tax that I needed to submit and kind of planning my schedule, my calendar a little bit, and doing the edit for the video that I'm going to post Sunday. So it's not like I haven't been working, but I've been working on other things. So now I'm going to sew. But this is like how I'm able to kind of squeeze the sewing in during the week in between all the other things that I have to do. So let's get started with that because we don't really have a lot of time. So I changed the foot because this foot is a little bit wider and it holds better when I'm stitching over the zipper. But yeah, that's the only thing I changed, and I trimmed off all the excess fabric here. So I just want to make sure everything aligns here at the bottom, at the edge. Okay, let's get started. So here are the keychain wallets, all finished. So Wednesday, okay? Finished them on Wednesday. Now the next step is I'm going to make the sunglass cases. So I have everything ready here for the two sunglass cases or cases. They're not just sunglass cases, they're for anything really. I have the tabs for those and linings right here and the swivel hooks. Okay, so the first thing is to stitch these on the side. Oh, no. I think the first step is to, I haven't made these in a while. So I think, yeah, the first step is to add the tab to the exterior and join the sides and all of that. But actually the very first thing I need to do is stitch the little swivel hook tab to the sides and keep going. And I'm almost out of thread. So I may have to swap the thread here in a moment. I've been using all of my thread. Oh my goodness. And this is why I can't do this rushing. I have to finish, and I just made a bunch of mistakes here. It's not good. Okay, I gotta stop. Okay, so today is Thursday. We finished the keychain wallets yesterday. Only 3, but we did it. And today we're making the sunglass cases or the flexi frame cases. These are good for anything, not just sunglasses. You can use these for pencils, pens, makeup brushes, anything, crochet hooks, anything that is long that can fit in here, like hair pieces, like even hair clips and all kinds of things. So anyway, I was making them wrong, and I had to pull my notes and read the notes and realized, oh, okay, I wasn't doing it right. And I just noticed a mistake again. So a lot of mistakes today. I don't know what's going on. And the thing is that I am trying to do these really quick, and that's usually when I make the silliest mistakes. But I understand now that I forgot when I was making these, because I started kind of making them earlier today without recording, and I was like, why is it so difficult? This is becoming like, I don't remember these being difficult like this. Well, it's because I was doing it wrong. And so that's what I'm fixing right now, what I did wrong this morning. And yeah, and I looked, at the notes and make sure that I kind of review my notes and say, oh, that's why. Okay, this is what I need to do instead. So that's what I did. But even then, I'm still kind of making some silly mistakes. But we are going to finish this. I only have 2 sunglass cases, and I already did the exterior for this one. So I just have to stitch the lining to this one, and it should be good. It should be ready. And all I have to do for the other one, the light purple one, is add the tab here to the exterior, which is crooked as well. So I'm going to undo this because it is crooked on both sides. And make it straight, make it right, and then finish them. These should not take very long, because once I finish these, I can immediately start working on the open wide pouches. So let's go ahead and get that started. Okay, I'm excited. I finished the first one. It's all done. And yeah, that's it. I added the flexi frame, closed the lining. It's perfect. Now we're gonna do the last one, the second one. And so pretty much, add the lining to the exterior and turn it right side out through the side opening. And I'm going to stitch the side opening here, push the lining inside, and add the flexi frame. And we should be ready to start with the open wide pouches. And today is Thursday. It's Thursday afternoon, later in the afternoon. It's past 5. But, I think if I focus, I can at least get the open boxy pouches halfway there, and I can just finish them up tomorrow. And then tomorrow I want to take the pictures and list them on my website so that I can have them ready for Saturday at the vendor show. So okay, let me do that. Okay, so I started making the open wide pouches, and I start by making the pockets. So these are the little pockets on the inside, one of them. And then the other ones are the bigger slip pockets that fit like the bigger size bottles, right? I mean, I put in there like a nail polish remover, just lotions. I mean, a little bit bigger than what a toiletry size, a travel size, a little bit bigger. So now what I do first is add, the pockets and stitch all the divisions inside and stitch the pockets to the lining. Okay guys, I am now adding the zipper to the body of the pouch. I made the pockets on the lining, and so yeah, you just add the zippers now. And I mean, I'm trying to think if, I think I'm just gonna add the zipper to one and then the zipper to the other. I don't know if I should just do one side, then the other one side, then flip it, and then one side and then the other one side, or just add. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. It's only one. It's only two pouches, but there's measurements and stuff because you don't want the zipper to be, short on one end and longer on the other. It has to be down the center. Going to finish adding the zippers, and I guess I'm gonna call it a night, and then I can start tomorrow again early to finish. So it's Friday. We've made it to the end of the week before I need to go to my vendor show tomorrow, and hopefully I can bring these things. Okay, I will. I have the two open wide pouches, which we're gonna finish up right now. And so last night, before, when I finished the video, I added the zipper to both of them. So here are the zippers on both exterior and lining. And now I'm going to join them and square them off and then finish it up, right? Add the wire and we're good. And that should not take me very long. But enough about that. Let's get to work. Some of the fabric folded, and so you can see like the raw edge coming through the seam. My God, to all of this. Okay. Oh. Okay, I just have to get the fabric out and then stitch all over it again. I gotta undo this as well. Okay, this is great. Okay, so I have finished squaring it off, and turning it inside out or right side out. And now I'm at the last step where I add the wire, right? So that it has that shape. And also, so when you open it, it's like nice and wide. And I mean, this stands up like this as well. But when I close it, it has, oh, I have the pins in here because I'm trying to, it has that, oh, here, it has that long shape like that. But when I add the wire, that's what gives it the other shape. So that's what I'm going to do now. You add the wire at the very end. So, okay, we're ready. I am going to press this a little bit though, because the waterproof canvas is very stiff. It's really good because it's waterproof, and so it's thick. And you don't need to interface it or anything. It really holds the shape and all that. But it's really bulky with the batting that I used. This is the bad batting. And so anyway, I think I'm gonna press them a little bit so that the seam is not poking out like this so close to the zipper teeth, so that when I add the wire, it's easier. It's done. Look, this is the deeper purple. And so now I have it where it's open. I added the wire. They're ready. They're ready now to take the pictures and list them, because I want to have them on the website before I go to the vendor show tomorrow. That way, when they sell, I don't have to add it as a custom sale, whatever. No, they're already in the system, so I can keep track of inventory that way. And it reminds me, I have to add these to the inventory system that I have. But let me show you all of them together now. So here are all the final products. So this is the open white and dark purple, the keychain wallet in dark purple, and the flexi frame pouch in dark purple. So the flexi frame opens like this. The boxy pouch opens like this. And of course, the beautiful keychain wallet that has, or wristlet wallet that has a pocket here, fits your ID cards perfectly in the front pocket. And then the back or the top pocket is mainly for coins or cash, or I don't know, lipstick, candy. So that's the dark purple. And then we have the same for the lighter purple. Now the lighter purple feels a little bit more bulky because this is the other batting that I was using. And so it's not to my liking 100%. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, okay? Absolutely nothing wrong with it. It's perfect. It's just, it feels a little more bulky than the other ones. I like the other ones better. And of course, it has the wristlet that comes with it. The same for this one. It feels bulkier. You can open it, no problem. It doesn't really change anything. It's just the feel. And, some people may like that, but I don't like working with it, so I won't be using it anymore. And then of course the open wide pouch in the light purple. This is so beautiful, guys. And look how beautiful it is on the inside. Of course, you have all your pockets. You have a smaller pocket here on the side, the bigger pockets that fit bigger items, and then another smaller one here, and then you have the other pocket here. And it's waterproof because I used waterproof canvas for the lining. So these will be available now on the website. Well, I'll be putting them on the website. And so it took a week of sewing, maybe total, maybe 3, 4, no, I probably sew a total 6 hours this week. And that's how long it took me to make all these items. If I had more time, I will make more, but this is the time I have, so this is what I'm doing. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next video. Ciao.